guys, Mr. Fluffy Pants here. Today, guys, another movie review. And today, guys, I'm going to be reviewing Knives Out, which was released in 2019 and was directed by Rian Johnson, which you probably know from The Last Jedi, so you probably either love him or hate him, but it seems like everybody can, even if you hate or love The Last Jedi, a lot of people, absolutely love this movie, and I do too. It is on Amazon Prime in case you want to watch it, and I decided to watch this because, I watched Murder Mystery, and I reviewed that. I'll leave a little iCard and link in the description for that, and, I don't know, I really enjoyed that movie, so I was like, I heard this is a really good, whodunit, murder mystery kind of movie, so I decided to give it a watch, and oh my goodness, this movie is so incredibly good, and there will be spoilers because, the whole twist and turns it takes, and, will be spoiled, so please go watch it before you finish watching this, but pretty much this movie is kind of a whodunit, but also kind of turns it on its head and kind of, messes with your expectations, which, Rian Johnson's known for, but pretty much it's about the Thrombey family, and let's just say one of them gets killed, and they're trying to figure out, who killed him, if he got killed, if it was really a suicide or whatnot, and we learn throughout the story or whatever that, it was kind of an accident, but also kind of not. It was kind of, the twist is a little complicated, but I really, really like the twist in this movie. There's 3 or 4 twists, in a row about, the whole murder or whatever, because technically it's a murder, but also it's kind of not, but then it's like, oh yeah, it is. And I don't know, it's just really cool, but, it's also, this movie stars, Daniel Craig as, not sure how to say his first name, but Bennett Block, or Detective Blanc, and apparently, he's going to be, doing another case in the second one, which I'm really excited for the second one now, but, and I love any movie that Daniel Craig just plays like a southern person in, Logan Lucky, I absolutely love him. I don't even like James Bond, but I'm really thinking about watching his James Bond, because, I do love Daniel Craig, but the cast is absolutely full of people. You got, Laurie Strode herself in there. You got, the one kid from It. You got Captain America. You got pretty much everybody in this movie. You even got the guy that plays Yoda, Frank Oz. But, and pretty much the whole family, they're trying to figure out the motive, or Detective Blanc is trying to figure out the motives, and pretty much everybody's got a motive or whatever, but pretty much from, through flashbacks and all that, our main character, Martha, which is, Harlem Thrombey, which was the one that got killed, and, he's rich or whatever. Pretty much, she's his caregiver, or kind of nurse, I guess, and, apparently she accidentally gives him 100 grams of morphine, which, is lethal or whatever, because she accidentally switches up the medicines or whatever, and, Thrombey, or Harlem, they're really close friends or whatever, but, pretty much family, as a lot of people in the movie say, but, the rest of the family's just really dicks or whatever, but he's like, I don't want you getting in trouble for this. I know your mom's, not here legally, and I don't want her, that to be messed with. So he comes up with this whole plan to make sure she doesn't look guilty or whatever. And he ends up slitting his own throat or something. Make it look like a suicide or whatever. And we learn later, though, that Ransom Drysdale, which is Jamie Lee Curtis's character's son, so Harlem Thrombey's grandson or whatever, orchestrated this whole plot because he figured out that his grandfather ripped his entire family out of the will and left everything to Martha, which is really cool, and I kind of saw that one coming, but I don't know, that's just always a really cool concept, and I always wanted to see that done in a movie, and here it is. But so he comes up with this whole plan, switch the medicines or whatever to make Martha look guilty or whatever, because if she's involved with a death in any way, shape, or form, she has to forfeit her inheritance from Thrombey or whatever. So it becomes this whole twisted plot or something, he switches up the vials and something like that. But then it turns out that Martha actually gave him the correct amount dosage or whatever, and she actually didn't poison him or whatever, so he just slit his throat for no reason or whatever. But I don't know, it's really complicated, and I can't really do the twist justice, but it's just just such an awesome, so many twists and turns and all that, because, there for a little bit, I thought, Ransom was actually, a good person or whatever, but, he was only out there for his own games, and, the whole family, though, honestly, like I said, they're just all dicks, really, except for, Martha and, Harlem Thrombey, but and like I said, I love Daniel Detective Blanc. He's my favorite, and so is Thrombey. Like, I absolutely love him, but and the whole family, like, they got their own personalities and all that, and they're all hiding stuff from each other. Like forgot his name. Richard is having an affair on Linda or whatever, and there's a bunch of stuff like that, but in the end, Ransom gets arrested for the murder of the one housemaid or whatever, because she knew his secret or whatever, and she had like the toxicology report proving that Martha did not end up poisoning him or whatever, and the whole thing gets unraveled in the end for him, and it's just really cool seeing Detective Blanc piece together all the pieces of it. And also, I forgot to mention, the score of this movie is actually really good, and you would not actually think like a movie like this has a good score, but it is fantastic. And also, I kind of really feel like this is a, kind of Thanksgiving fall movie. I don't know why. I mean, I know it was released at Thanksgiving, but I don't know. For some reason, it just has that feeling. But like I said, though, this movie is definitely messes with your expectations a lot, because you think it's just going to be, a classic whodunit, but kind of flips it on its head where, she's trying to avoid getting caught or whatever. And then, then it turns into, well, maybe it really was a attempt or a murder or whatever. And, it really flips it on its head, which I do appreciate. But this movie is absolutely awesome. Like, I love this movie so much. The soundtrack, the score is awesome. The characters are awesome. The plot and the twists are awesome. Like, I absolutely adore this movie. I'm going to give this movie a 9.1 out of 10. But anyway, guys, leave your thoughts down below about Knives Out. What do you guys think about it? But check out my Twitter and Discord, link in the description. Like and subscribe for more. Check out some of their videos, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.